Welcome to Diffuser Diaries. This is the space for essential oils beginners to learn how to use oils to uplevel your skincare and self-care. I'm your host, Izzy Rose, and I'm a certified clinical aromatherapist. I'm here to give you tips, tricks, easy recipes, and science-backed information, all to do with aromatherapy and essential oils. So, put on your diffuser if you have one, grab your favourite oil, and let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to another episode of Diffuser Diaries. I'm so happy to have you here. It's Izzy, and today I want to talk to you about the most versatile oil that needs to be part of your repertoire if you are a essential oils beginner. So if you couldn't already guess from the title, I want to talk about lavender oil. Lavender oil is the most researched, the most science-backed, I would say. A lot of studies have gone into using lavender oil during pregnancy, so it's pretty cool. It's a well-loved oil, and we're going to do a spotlight just on lavender today and a deep dive into all of its benefits and how you can use it. So the main thing that people probably know about lavender is that it's calming. A lot of people blend it with chamomile to make it really, really relaxing. That's almost sedating, to be fair, when you've got lavender and chamomile. But lavender on its own is great for mood lift, great for anxiety. I personally use it for anxiety and sleep. That's what got me onto my journey of essential oils to begin with. Fun fact, lavender was the first one I tried and I loved it. It just felt like one of those oils that just gives you a nice hug, and made me fall in love with essential oils, and that's why I went on to study it at uni. So thanks, lavender, we love you. So as I've said, it can help improve sleep. It's amazing at calming and just general mood enhancement, and also it's just very balancing. So if you're low, it can bring you higher, and if you're high, it can bring you lower into that like sleep state. So it's just one of those really balancing oils, and I just feel like it just gives you what you need at the time, which is pretty cool. I feel like if you're feeling a certain way, it's just gonna level everything out, which is just, I just love it. And the thing is with oils have energy to me. I know if this sounds wacko, but oils do carry a certain vibration. And I think lavender is one of those oils that is just like so lovely. And yeah, as I've said, it just gives me a big hug every time I use it. So I use it before bed. I use it in my diffuser. Sometimes I'll drop one drop on my pillow. Just make sure if you're going to do that, don't lay directly on it because you can get sensitivity. So maybe just turn your pillow over so you've got the nice aroma of lavender in your room. As well as that, it's really anti-inflammatory. So with those calming properties, it's great for skincare. It's great for hair loss. Great for irritated skin. So the reason why lavender is an amazing oil, studies are saying that it's down to linalool, which is the chemical component within lavender. That is meant to be the chemical component that gives it all of these amazing benefits and properties. As well as that, it's antimicrobial. So it's been shown that it actually can hinder the growth of fungus. So, for example, it's used in a lot of historical medicine to do with athlete's foot and things like that, any fungal infections. And a lot of people use it alongside when they're trying to get rid of dandruff, things like that, because that's also a fungal and yeast kind of infection. And the word lavender comes from the word lavare. I think I'm saying that right. But back in the day, lavare means to wash, and lavender was often used to wash, and because of its antimicrobial properties, I'm assuming it was the herb lavender, but it just shows how it's been used for centuries and how they already knew that it had these amazing properties. It's just pretty cool. So you can also get lavender hydrolat, which is amazing to add to the bath as well, and that is the water byproduct of the extraction process. You could also use that in skincare. I have something so exciting to share with you guys, and as a massive thank you for listening to today's episode, I have a free snippet from my first ever published paperback book, and that is Carrier Oils for the face, hair and body. It's all to do with aromatherapy and using oils for beautifying ourselves. So I'm sure you'll want to have a look at that. I am going to leave the free snippet down in the show notes. You just have to sign up to my email list. And if you wanted to buy my book, it's available on Amazon right now. So go and check it out. And as a massive thank you, I'd love to give you a free snippet. So go and have a look and enjoy. And the thing is with lavender, it is so popular and it's one of those really accessible oils. So if you're going to start with one, I'd definitely start with lavender. It seems like it grows everywhere. It can grow in the UK, which is amazing because we can't grow a lot, to be fair. You can get French lavender, and it's a lovely evergreen shrub. So I'm trying to grow it on my allotment. This year is the plan, so maybe I can even make my own lavender. A brand that I recommend, and I haven't recommended any brands yet, but Tisserand is a great lavender. I love it. I just love it. It's a great balanced scent, and I just love the brand in general. So Tisserand, you get the stamp of approval today. So if you want to use lavender, the way I would go about it is diffusing it. So as we've talked about before, the three main ways are diffusing it, bathing in it, and massaging it. So if you wanted to use lavender for bedtime, diffusing it in a diffuser, 2 drops is enough, and filling it up to where the water reservoir says. So it's just a nice light scent before you go to bed, and I just recommend doing that half an hour before you go to bed, and then turn it off because you don't want it going all through the night. Also, if you're going to bath with it, I would recommend pop in a couple of drops with a carrier oil of choice, because the oil will sit on top of the bath because water and oil don't mix. So just make sure that you blend it with a little bit of carrier oil, and then it will disperse into the bath rather than it sitting on the top, because then you can get some sensitivities. As well as that, you could also make yourself a lovely massage oil. So for example, if you had, what you're going to have in your cupboard, maybe olive oil, or if you've been listening to a few episodes, we've talked about jojoba oil before, we've talked about almond oil, we've talked about loads of different lovely carrier oils. So take your pick, and if you wanted to make a bulk, I would suggest making a small batch first, trying it out, see if you like it. And if it's a massage oil for your body and you've got no skin sensitivities, I would recommend a 3% ratio, and that would be using 3 drops of oil, so lavender oil, to 5 ml of carrier or 5 grams of carrier, depending on whether that's a balm or an oil. So let's say you had 15 ml of jojoba oil, then you could put in 9 drops of lavender oil. So that would be the correct ratio. So let me know if you do try lavender. It is a firm favourite in my repertoire of oils. I always recommend it to clients. It's a great one to start with. So let me know if you try it. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Diffuser Diaries. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a rating and a review. You can also subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. You can also connect with me on all socials at Oils with Izzy. Most importantly, have a lovely week and keep using those oils. Bye. Last of all, for the disclaimer, Diffuser Diaries is an educational podcast only and doesn't consider personal needs. When using essential oils, please refer to correct dilution ratios and never use them recklessly. Diffuser Diaries and its authors accepts no responsibility for any harm caused from the advice taken from this podcast.